Today, we're going to be installing the newly redesigned Bulletpoint mounting system on the 3rd Gen Tacoma. We'll show you what's included in the kit, what parts of the interior that need to be removed, how to align and mount the Rubigrid, and the final result. Stick around. My brother Joe is going to be installing the Bulletpoint on the Tacoma back in New Jersey, and I will be guiding him from here in Arizona. Joe will be the first to admit that he is not great when it comes to working with his hands, but he is pretty smart and he follows instructions very well. Our goal is to show you that really anyone can install this mounting system with a little bit of time and a little bit of patience. I've installed this on my 4Runner, we have installed this on his Ram, and this will be our 3rd install with the Bulletpoint. Included in the kit is the foundation of the mount called the Rubigrid. This is what you install on the trim and where all the attachments bolt up. Instructions are included, but this video should give you all the information you need for a successful install. You will need to order how many amp balls you want, as well as the holders for the accessories. Bulletpoint also includes all tools necessary, but you will need to have a drill for this install. The first step here is to remove the center trim piece where the Rubigrid will bolt up to. This might be intimidating for some, but take your time and find the right positioning of your hands and it will pull off with a little bit of force. The trim is simply held on by several push tabs. This is the first time Joe has ever moved a trim piece.
It's a little scary, but comes off pretty easy. These are the tabs that will go back in when we reinstall it.
Now that we have the trim out of the car, the next thing we want to do is take that Rubigrid and align it where we want it on top of the trim panel. If you turn the Rubigrid upside down, there's a narrow metal piece. That will sit right there where he's pointing on top of the trim panel, so you really can't get it wrong. This is where it becomes a little bit tricky. You need to align that Rubigrid in the center of the trim piece. Not only do you need to make sure that it is centered, but you need to take a look and make sure that these bolt holes are not lined up with the trim tabs on the back, so when you drill through them, you are not going to hit those tabs. So there are 5 holes that you need to mark, and make sure when you flip that trim panel around that when you start to drill through, you are not going to hit those tabs and you have plenty of clearance. It's now time to mark those 5 holes. Now you can use a number of different tools. Joe is going to use the screwdriver that was included in the kit, and that will work just fine. You can use an awl, you can use a marker, or whatever you have handy, and that'll work just fine. Once you have all 5 holes marked, take the Rubigrid off, take a look at your markings, make sure that they are nice and clear, and ensure that they are not going to be hitting those tabs when you put the drill bit through. Using the drill bit that's included with the kit, we're going to go ahead and drill those 5 holes out. I like to put the drill on a slower speed when drilling through plastic. I do see a lot of people that use tape on the trim. I personally don't find that step necessary. The Rubigrid is 2 pieces, so we're going to separate those pieces now. There are only 3 screws on top that we need to remove in order to do that. Once we have the 3 screws out, we're going to separate the Rubigrid, take that bottom piece, and then we're going to take the hardware that's included with the kit to install on the trim. Take that bottom piece and line it up on the trim with the holes that we just drilled out. Then we're going to take the hardware that's included, which are the Phillips head screw, a washer, and a nylon lock nut. Take that screw and push it through the top, and then on the bottom we're going to put a washer and then the nut. Once you have all 5 of them in, you're going to snug it up. Do not tighten them up one at a time, because if they're misaligned, you won't get the other screws in. Use the Phillips head screwdriver and wrench provided, and tighten those 5 bolts up. Now it's time to take those amp balls and fit them on the top part of the Rubigrid. Once we have them where we want them, we're going to use the same setup, which would be a Phillips head screw, a washer, and a nylon lock. Once you have the amp balls where you want them, we're going to take the top part of the Rubigrid and bolt it back up to the bottom part. using the 3 screws that we took out. One thing you do have to be careful about is make sure that when you put those amp balls on, that you have clearance from those 3 tabs that are on the bottom piece. You can see those bolts are pretty close to the tab, and if that ball was over to the left a little bit more, it would hit.
Alright, so now we're going to reinstall the center dash portion with the Rubigrid mount attached. Just going to line it up with the vents. It should pop right into place. That's it. It's in. Okay, so now we're going to install the arms to the amp balls and attach the accessory portion of it, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Now we'll install one of the arms. They do sell different length arms, and this is the shortest one. I believe they sell a medium-sized one and a much longer one too. And these open and close here, clamp down on the amp ball and then on the accessories. So we'll loosen up one clamp. We'll tighten this down on amp ball. And we can adjust it up and down, rotate it, which is nice. Clamp it down. And now we'll do this is the magnetic phone mount. This goes into your case, and this will be on here. So we'll loosen this up. And then we'll just tighten it up. And that's our first accessory. Next we'll install the GoPro mount and then the radio holder here. And I'll show you what that looks like when it's done.
This is how the final setup looks. I actually have the same exact setup in my 4Runner. That phone mount is my absolute favorite, even though the website says it is not rated for off-road. I have taken my truck on some very seriously bouncy off-road trails, and I've never had an issue with it. Guys, down below I'm going to leave links for everything that was used in the video. A huge shout out once again to Bulletpoint for sending the system out for us to try and to make an install video for. I hope you found the video informative, or at the very least educational. I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to the channel for a lot more content coming up, and we will see you on the next one.